Firstly, we need to understand what we mean by the term human factors. Although there are several definitions for human factors available, a widely accepted definition from the Health and Safety Executive in the UK says human factors are the environmental, organisational and job factors, and human individual characteristics which influence behaviour at work in a way which can affect health and safety. A simple way to view human factors is to think about three aspects: the job, the individual and the organisation, and how they impact on people's health and safety related behaviour. Put simply, it is the study of how humans behave and interact with each other and their surroundings, and how this has the potential to lead to error and ultimately compromise safety. It is important to understand that the study of human factors is not a new concept, even if it is relatively new to the world of healthcare. Human factors, originally known as ergonomics, was first discussed and popularised within the military, and in particular the aviation industry during the Second World War. As technology became more advanced and complicated, it was noted that the level of error by the operator also increased. Some instances of this could be attributed to poor design, for example putting a button or instrument panel in the wrong position, making it difficult for the operator to interact with. You may have experienced something similar to this in everyday life if you've ever pulled open a door which should have been pushed open or vice versa. A truly effective design should prevent this error from ever happening. Other instances could be attributed more directly to the individual and looked at the effects of increased cognitive workload or stress and how this increased the risk of error. Of course, you can have combinations of all of these. For example, interaction with a poorly designed piece of complicated equipment in a time of increased stress, which is likely to increase the risk of error furthermore. Although human factors and ergonomics are essentially the same topic, we now frequently refer to human factors when referring to the cognitive aspects of human error, and ergonomics with regard to the physical aspects such as the workplace environment we work in or physical design. For the purpose of this short course, we will primarily be concentrating on some of the cognitive aspects of human factors. Another important point to remember is that as long as humans are involved in the process, there will always be the chance of error occurring. Fact of the matter is that nobody, no matter how careful they try to be, is perfect. Professor James Reason, one of the world's foremost experts in human factors, once said, "Sometimes the best people in the world can make the worst mistakes." That should not be seen as a bad thing, rather than a reality. Once we understand this, we can look at human error far more objectively and use the study of human factors to help reduce error from occurring. It also allows us to change our approach to human error so that we can support those who may have fallen foul to error, rather than blaming them for the error that occurred. We will discuss this more in part 3 when we look at ways to foster and improve a safety culture.